I think what we've realised at the moment, there are some, you have like quicker wins, and then there are some slower things. And I think when any of these links, I think you've got to be in there for the long term. There's not none of this is a quick fix, and everything is little incremental steps in the right direction. You've got to build on a solid foundation. So things like having a memorandum of understanding may seem very bureaucratic, but actually it helps a great deal in putting things in place and knowing that there's support from the trust here, there's support from the Minister of Health that side, universities, etc. And all of those really help. And I think that enables us then to get more and more people involved in it, because that's what it comes down to. It's a lot about people power, people support, a lot of it. It's not just about finances, it's about using individual skills, using the techniques and knowledge of individuals and experiences of individuals to try and further that link and develop both people here in Wales and Cardiff, and also developing those people in Sierra Leone as well. So I see really the sort of two particular aspects of our interest at the moment moving forward reasonably well. So the palliative care link and developing this structure of mentorship. And then the cancer registry, and what we're aiming to do is try and get some more funding for that so that we can actually try and get a data inputter over in Sierra Leone, based from Sierra Leone, train someone up locally to put data into the database that's being developed there. And then really what will run through the thread of all of this is this concept of trying to develop postgraduate education in particular. One of the linking sort of particular cancer links here is that trying to develop a knowledge base for individuals in Sierra Leone to treat conditions such as childhood leukemias or lymphomas, particularly things like Burkitt's lymphoma, which is a relatively common childhood lymphoma in Sierra Leone, which is very treatable and curable for fairly low cost of money, but you actually need to diagnose it, you need to get the children to the facility to treat it and at the right time, have the drugs available, and then you need to be able to deliver the chemotherapy in a safe and satisfactory manner. A lot of that, I think, is another sort of third aspect that we're hoping to sort of drive forward as a sort of a next phase, but it's difficult to push them all at the same time. So it's getting little subgroups within the group to work on each of the main points, which is the first thing is the sort of friendships you develop. So, you know, we were out there for a very short period of time, but evidently, you know, there's some great people out there, and you know, any friendship is great for anybody, really. So that's good to see, and the commonality and the human spirit, etc. But also just the skills in terms of trying to develop these things going forward are great life skills for anybody, and great for a team. Any team spirit that's developed within the NHS structure is a fantastic thing. We're so dependent upon it, and often we lose sight of that as we get more and more modern and high tech, and we get too busy with lack of staffing and funding and things. But also to know what you can do with limited resources, and to see that actually you can do a great deal with the limited resources. Now, we always want the highest standard, 100% of everything, but actually we can't always have that, and we know that in the NHS, and we've probably accepted that more in the NHS than most other medical structures in the developed world. But we do know that we can create efficiencies, we can work as a team, and I think this nurtures all of those things as we go forward.